Today we got Domino's to continue our series called The Best, where we highlight the best orders from each restaurant or in each category. Domino's, for me, I've said this a bunch of times. I know people may not realize this, but locations really, really do matter when it comes to franchise restaurants. My Domino's location isn't the best, but for that reason, I checked the order beforehand, and I'm proud to say they got everything completely right. And even the specification of the well done, which is very rare for me. But I do have to highlight, and this was more like, all right, whatever. The delivery driver took my order when I went to pick it up, so I had to wait for for it. But I only had to wait about 5 minutes. No big deal. But I always like to highlight my experience at places. People like to ask what location. It's the Domino's in Elmwood Park, New Jersey. I usually, because of that, go to a different one that is in Rochelle Park, New Jersey. But it's snowing right now. The weather's like crap, so I decided to just go to this one. But the rules with this is that we only can get one pizza, one side, and one dessert. So there's not a ton of food like I usually get. I'm trying to streamline this process to give you the best, and that's what we did today. Drop a thumbs up. You guys already know the vibes, and let's get into this video. So let's start off with our pizza. The pizza's got to be where it's at, right? You see the black box, you know that's a pan pizza. Pan pizza is a must at Domino's, if you ask me. So this is a pan pizza well done. Chicken, bacon, Alfredo, Parmesan cheese, and mushrooms. I know people are going to say this pizza costs $30. If you use the coupons, it cost me $16, which is still kind of expensive for a pan pizza, but we're doing the best, and I try to throw price a little bit out the window. We can do a series where we do most cost effective, but this is the best, and this to me is the best pizza at Domino's. Domino's, you have to get the pan pizza, in my opinion. But look at the well done bake on this. They rarely do this right at Domino's, but they did this time. That's very rare for me. Usually the booty is pale, and this is a medium brown booty. I don't mind that at all. But let's try this pizza out. This is the one. I tried multiple variations of this. The original one was a Philly cheese with garlic parm, extra cheese, and bacon. And I thought it was too much. I thought the garlic parm was too much. And I thought that the Philly steak just didn't go out with the bacon. Chicken bacon is really good. You can also do chicken bacon ranch, but I don't like a ranch base on my pizza. I'd rather dip it in ranch if I'm doing anything. But we don't do dipping in ranch with Domino's. Mango habanero dip. A lot of people get the mango habanero wings. I don't really like their wings, but I like this mango habanero. A little sweet and spicy. Instead of getting the pineapple and the jalapenos on the pizza, you do it this way. A little baked in edges right there. Very rare they do the well done right at this place, but this was probably the best version at this Domino's that I've gotten. Not fire, man. Savory, salty, sweet, spicy, well cooked. This is, I'm not joking with you. That's why we call this the best. Because to me, if I go to Domino's, this is what I order. And this was the huge 2024 influence, which is why I update the series every year, because my order does change. Some people say get the garlic parm. I think the garlic parm is just too much for me. I like the Alfredo with the ranch base. You're going to notice a recurring theme when I show you my next side about what I just said. So this is my second side. They put it in a pizza box, but it's not pizza. It's pasta. I forgot they do pasta section. Move this off to the side for you. Again, this was the first time I ordered this in 2024. I did a build your own, and I did a Philly cheesesteak pasta. So if you watch my video in June, this is the pasta that I ordered, and I said I would get this every time. That's why I love updating these. So we got the Philly cheesesteak pasta, shredded cheese, provolone, Alfredo base, Philly steak, green peppers. No mushrooms, right? No, because you can only add 3 toppings. Cheese doesn't count as a topping, the Alfredo cheese. Just the provolone does. Provolone on a Philly cheesesteak is my favorite. Anybody saying a really Philly cheesesteak? Duh. Like, it's Domino's, so look at this nice chunk right here, though. That Philly cheese right here, lip boom. Remember, I got this back in the summer. I was like, yo. Same idea. Mango habanero. It works really well on this. This can also go on a pizza as well, but I like the chicken bacon on pizza a little bit better. The reality is, you can mismatch these. So you can just put this topping and vice versa, and it still would be pretty good. But the key to this one is getting that provolone in there because it makes the cheese a lot better than just like the regular Alfredo. Just like adding the bacon and the shredded parm to this kind of enhances that flavor because alone the Alfredo is really bland. And I know a lot of people that are like pizza purists or, you know, I affectionately call you food snobs, don't like Domino's. To me, these are places that you got to kind of just have fun with and try different things. If you're just going there for like a standard decent slice of pizza, you're about 30 years late. So it's not going to happen. But with these kind of places, when I have fun and try different combinations, a lot of them turn out really well. The other key, make sure you're using the app and the coupons. This costs $6.99. If you don't, it's like $10 or $12, depending on location. Same thing with this. If I ordered this as is, without using the app and the deals, this pizza, which was 15 and change, would have came out to, I believe it was like $24.96. I checked to make sure. That's way too much money for anything from here. But if you want something cheap that's kind of good and you don't live near places that serve like real pizza, or maybe you're just in the mood for something like this, these two orders are absolute heat. The Polar was on sale. Got the cranberry lime. Always going to be the champagne and seltzers for me. I just really like them. Nice. I drink water room temperature, seltzer ice cold. Most of y'all don't care, but figured I'd tell you. And finally, this is the best dessert at any chain. That's a straight face right there. If you got me just looking like this, serious. Most people know what this is because I've been waxing poetic about them since I was a kid. These are the Domino's lava cakes. They are little hockey pucks with some melted chocolate lava in the middle. Of course, you're going, hey, work with me now. Come back. Thank you. Someone said to try the icing. I've actually never tried it with the icing, so I got the icing this time. I usually just eat them as is, and I think they're really good. The outsides are nice and crispy. The inside is super melty, and then there's some powdered sugar on the top. Another variation that people say is to eat these cold. I did that. They are delicious. I still prefer them warm, though. I've tried dupes of this, and it's not as good. For a chain, that gooey inside with that nice crunchy outside. It's not crunchy. It's got a nice crust to it, I should say. And this is a suggestion. Again, I've never tried this before, but I'm going to try this in the icing. It's my first time. I'm going to need a second opinion. Okay, I need it. Oh, let's do it like that. That is good. You know what it tastes like? A melted Oreo. I got some wipes over here before anybody say, how did he not notice that? Sometimes I just keep it boom. But we're going to stop and wipe your hands off real quick. Wait a minute. It tastes like a melted Oreo. It is good. I think you can eat these either way, but you're not going to go wrong with either of these. That is fire. I ain't going to lie to you. Any pizza chain, this is the best dessert that you can get. You can fight with anybody, but I'm going to tell you like it is. Try these lava cakes. Eat them however you want to. But either way, they are absolute delicious. Every single time I have to get these. So I actually have an extra pizza slice and a half today. So I do have a little semi-TED talk today. Again, I understand my demographics, so a lot of you are young males, but this also applies to women. This isn't dating or anything, but I feel like a lot more dudes do crazy stuff like this. There are some women that participate in these type of shenanigans. So I saw an article about one of these social media pranksters where he got arrested at Walmart because he was spraying pesticide on chicken and produce, like on the food. He's filming himself because he's doing it as a prank. So now he's got felony charges because that is extremely dangerous. There's been incidents in the past where one dude got by another guy because he thought it was a good idea to run up on a stranger and talk to him. Now, I hope that nobody watching this is that crazy or dumb to do that, but over the last 10 years or so, it's gotten progressively worse where I feel like a lot of people will do anything for clout. And it's increasingly dangerous for people to participate in some of the stuff that they're doing. Normally, I would post a picture or a link. I'm not even giving that person the attention that they so require. It's unfortunate because a lot of these stupid clout things do work. When people do crazy stuff, their pictures all over the place, and they actually get famous anyway. Now, being infamous in some cases is just as profitable as being liked when you're famous. So if people don't like you but they still watch you, it doesn't matter. With most of these pranksters, yeah, you can probably see fast money if you do enough stupid stuff, but one, you're gonna get arrested a ton of times. Two, it's probably not gonna last. And three, you're gonna ruin the rest of your life over a little bit of like clout. And I know that from the outside looking in, like, clout is a good thing. It's not all it's cracked up to be all the time. It's not always a great thing. And I think that a lot of these people are just on the outside looking in and they want to do stuff just because they want to be famous so bad. But I remember one of the most earliest people that was doing this stuff. And I'm sure y'all, if you're old enough, remember, like, Boom Gang, he doesn't call himself that anymore. You know, he changed his name and he kind of, you know, found religion and he's like super religious now, which is a whole nother story. But, you know, he really messed his life up at one point and was headed nowhere fast. So is it really worth it to do that? I don't necessarily think so. But these days, I just think a lot of people look at the internet like it's almost a matrix, like it's not real, like there's not people on the internet. Like, I understand that the internet isn't real life, but there are people on the internet. There are humans behind all of this stuff, and there's just so much crazy prank, want to be famous, or people who do stupid stuff for engagement, like spreading misinformation, that is, I just think it's leading to a bad place for everybody. I'm not saying everybody has to be like their authentic self on the internet. Like, you can put on a persona or whatever it is, not go by your real name, or do something that's not necessarily you without having to be a moron just to get popularity. Because what you don't understand as the first person is that you look at it like chill, it's just a joke. Even when I see posts of people that put, like, you know, things that didn't really happen as an article. Like, for example, and I keep talking about this because it keeps coming up, but there's like an account that puts fake tweets out, and they put like Travis Hunter's fiance. It's like putting hard eyes under Anthony Edwards' post, and a lot of people, celebrities, ran with it, where they were like, "Hey man, you stupid, you tripping, you can't be doing that stuff to you," and it wasn't even real. But these days, like, all it takes is someone to believe something for it to be taken as a fact. I think it is natural to question things, but it has led us down a slippery slope. I'm not saying you have to trust everything that comes out of everybody's mouth. Definitely not. I don't either. But if I don't think something's true, I will actually try to look into it more than, let me check this Twitter page, or that. Like, people believe people on Twitter more than doctors now. And it can be really dangerous. In other words, just because there's a group of people that believe something on the internet, that just means that you're all might be believing something that's not true. If you took this and put it into a real life scenario, because again, there are real life people behind this, it would be the equivalent of like sitting in a high school cafeteria and there's one group of people that just believe in something on like one table, where somebody's like, "Oh, I believe that, you know, the sky is red." And then the next person goes, "Yeah, it is." And then there's a third person that goes, "Yeah, it is." So you all just are in your insulated bubble of beliefs. And then your teacher came out and said, "Hey, here's the sky," and then gave you every scientific fact about why the sky is blue. And you went, "Nah, it's fake." Again, I don't know everything. I'm not saying that you're wrong for whatever it is you believe in. All I'm saying is just make sure that you're, like, listening to someone who has a background in this stuff, you know? Like, if I wanted to learn about the sky, I would probably find a source of someone who's been studying the sky for a long time and not like a day. Don't trust everything, but just make sure that you're checking before you trust anything. That's the main point of this. But I just had to say it, bro. Because I know there's a lot of impressionable people that are looking for answers, myself included. And I've been led down rabbit holes of things that turned out to not be true sometimes because I just wanted to believe it was true. My own self. Like, it's just me too. So that's all I'm saying. I love y'all, man. Y'all be safe. I hope everybody enjoys the holidays. Christmas is right around the corner. I hope everybody gets what they wanted. And most importantly, I hope you are with loved ones and enjoying the holiday season. But we'll be back tomorrow. More content, Minute Hand Signs. They made it to YouTube.